Okay, well, good morning from here. I guess good evening there. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. So I'll wait for somebody to show up and then we'll get into today's topic, which is what the hell happened to Every Man Has a Story. Hang on tight. So we got one viewer. Road to the Philippines is here. Thank you very much for joining us today, buddy. Sounds is good. All right. Thanks, Mike. Hey, cool, man. Thank you very much for the feedback. Good morning, Michael, my friend. And good morning to Joshua. So I'm going to hang in there until we get a few more viewers. And then I've had a lot of questions recently about what happened to Mark's channel. Nice to see you, brother. How are you, Ed? When are you going to come over and have coffee with me? What's the deal? Hey, speaking of coffee, can I have a cup of coffee, Nate?
Yep.
Thanks. Edith. Rainy New Jersey, huh? It's hot as hell out here. We had a brownout yesterday for 8 hours. So we went to a water park. Good place to go during the brownout. Had a great time. Good morning, Jonathan. Hi, David. Sunny Oregon. See? We got the Weather Channel going on here. I don't blame you. May make some mean cup of coffee, I'll tell you. Yeah, I did. I'm going to get into it, Ryan. I got 59 people here. We'll wait till we maybe get 100 or so. And then I want to go. Oh, shout out to you, bro. I want to go over what happened because I've had, so many comments about it. I have to keep writing the same comment over and over again. So 2 things I'm going to do. I'm going to do this live stream, impromptu, of course, unscheduled, unplanned, unprepared. And I'm going to go over it a little bit, but later on today, Mark is going to come over, or I'll go over there. And we're going to do a video about it, an actual video, because not everybody's going to watch this live stream, but the video, he's going to give you a firsthand account of what happened. And if I get into too much detail now, it's third-party information. It's second party, him telling me what happened and me trying to explain it, and something always gets lost in translation, especially with me, because I'm not the brightest bulb in the box. Yeah, man. I know you live 3 minutes away. Take your time. Yeah, he's okay. And Ed, hang in there, buddy. I'm gonna wait for 100 people to be online here, and then I'll get into it. How are you, Warren? No, the friggin' chicken is in big trouble. I've got an ankle bracelet on him right now, so give you an idea what happened. I'm sorry, I'm laughing at me.
Special coffee.
Special coffee.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Shout out my channel.
Shout out your channel. Jeez, oh Lord. It's all about May. Greetings. Hey, I'm gonna get there in a minute. And I just want you to know, Mark, I'm gonna do I'm gonna do a video with Mark today that we can post and will be there. Only so many people watch live streams, and so I want it to come from his mouth, and I'll briefly go over it with you. Shout out from Tampa Bay. I don't mind waiting. Take your time. Right on, man. That's my son's name, Ryan. One of them. Rain again now. 70 degrees. Nice. Hey, Stephen. Well, yesterday we went to a water park because there was a scheduled brownout, which lasted from 6 o'clock in the morning until 6 o'clock in the evening. And so the electric company here gave us notice. Of course, we had 2 or 3 unscheduled brownouts before that. It was like practice brownouts. They lasted for a few hours, from like 1 in the morning till 4 in the morning. It's part of living, part of the trade-off, right? But we made the most of it. We went to a water park with, I don't know, 4 or 5 other people, 2 couples, 2 singles. So we had 8 people. And we had a blast. I had an absolute blast. Greetings. How are you? Adventures of the Filipino. Nice spring day in Canada. Rock on, Charles. I have zero idea. I'll give you an example. Is young lady came out and Lynn, and she came from Davao, and she went into Cebu for 3 days, and she played with the kids down there and did some vlogging and all that kind of stuff. And then she came to Dumaguete, and she's trying to promote her channel, and she's also traveling, taking a vacation. Anyway, she flew from Davao to Cebu and didn't have any problem. And excuse me, and then got into Dumaguete, I think by bus or plane. I actually don't remember. Anyway, I don't think it was plane. She got in here by bus and checked into a hotel, no quarantine, no problem. She stayed for a week, and then when she went home, she took the same route. She took the ferry bus, if you will, to Cebu, and then they wouldn't let her on the plane. And she had and she paid for the flight, and she had a 45-minute plane ride home, and they said, no, we've changed our mind in the week that you've been gone, and you cannot get on this plane without a COVID test and a 3-day waiting period and a bup. And so somehow or another, they wrangled their way onto a bus, but their 45-minute ride home turned into 21 hours. At least they made it home. So do I have any idea when anybody can come here? No, I don't know when I can go over there, much less you come here. Work it for May. Yeah, got to give May a shout out today with Baby May. Everybody gets a prize if you subscribe to Baby May. Good morning, my friend Ian. How are you? I didn't know you had a cyclone. And May says hi, and she gives you hugs. And we miss you. Hi, Baby May from Charles. Western Sonar. Okay. How you doing, Rose Empire? So let's see where we got here. All right, we got 150 people. Cool. Yep, chicken's got an ankle bracelet on it. Keeps taking my money. Shout out on Baby May. It's today with Baby May. There are big there's prizes, awards, ribbons if you subscribe today. Jeez. And my neighbor, Bill, came here for 2 months, and he's been locked down ever since. That was a year and a half ago. So he's in a quandary. Good Lord. Good morning, Michael. I know. It's all about freaking May. Good Lord. There's River Dog. Hey, River Dog. You know what? I actually like your channel. I actually like you. Even though you say awful things about us. You're funny. So, shout out to River Dog. Go watch the old River Dog channel. River Dog hates me, but it's okay. I'm going to stay mute on that one. When there's a brownout overnight, who depends on that? Well, that's just it. This is not the place to be if you have to have. I thought about that like the first time I went through a brownout here. I thought, wow, what if somebody's on a breathing machine? The only answer to that is you would have to have your own generator, which you can buy and you can hook up, and hopefully everything works. But I wouldn't come over here if I was in that state. Oh, River Dog. River Dog made the funniest video about me. We were crying laughing. It was May's birthday, and he was breaking my balls about May being an e-beggar or something. And so some guy says, "Hey, man, look at this guy's video he made about you." And so me and three other guys were on the patio, and we turned it on, and he was saying things like "pack a lunch," and it was just funny. I just, I like the guy. Here he is now. See, you can see the level we're at with the River Dog, but it's okay. He's funny. He's a hater guy, but he's got a sense of humor, and he's self-depreciating, and I don't mind. I don't like it when he makes fun of the women, but please take pot shots at me all day. Oh, did you? Yeah. The brownouts are just brutal. I know a husband and wife of another that died one day apart due to COVID. Oh, Manila's rough right now. They've gone back to ECQ, enhanced quarantine thing. But can I tell you a funny story? You're going to have to listen to it anyway, because I'm going to. I think it's funny. We went to a water park yesterday, and there's hundreds of people there. Probably 1,000 people. I don't know. A lot of people, a lot of kids. And nobody's wearing a mask at all. Everybody's eating, drinking, swimming, snorkeling, going down the slide. We've got rooms, they got cabanas, they got this, they got that. However, I should get it and show it to you. I have a ticket that I got in Valencia. I was driving alone on my motorbike, and my mask was down here, because I'm by myself on the motorbike. And I took a left turn, and there's three guys with military uniforms on and guns. And they pointed for me to pull over. And they gave me a 200 peso ticket for not wearing my mask properly on my motorbike. About a week ago, May was walking through Valencia Park all by herself. Alone. There was nobody even near her. And she wasn't wearing her mask. She had it down. And they gave her a ticket. So, but hundreds of people can gather at a water park without it being a problem. So, someone explain that to me. Yeah, see, hi, Tony Riverdog. Okay, let's get into it. I was waiting for 100. We're almost at 200 people. So here's the deal. I'm going to do a video tonight with Mark and upload it tonight and let him explain. But here's the gist of it. He got hacked. He did nothing wrong. His channel was shut down by Google. The man buns shut his ass down because he broke, what do they call it, community standards or something like that. And there's certain things you're not allowed to do. You're not allowed to steal other people's intellectual property. You're not allowed to put up links to scams and all that kind of stuff. So the gist of it is that there's a two-step process that they offer YouTube creators to secure your account, which I've done on my account and I've done it on May's account. And what it means is if anybody finds your email and signs, or your password, and signs into your Google account from a different IP address or a different device, they don't just log you in. They do two things. They send you an email and they send a text to your phone. So it's virtually impossible to break into anyone's account unless the hacker has got access to the phone and the email, which I guess they just can't. So And it's to avoid what happened to Mark. Well, guess what? Mark didn't do that. Mark didn't do the two-step verification. And I kind of understand where he was coming from, because when he looked at it, he said, "Oh, they won't accept my Philippine phone number. They won't accept," because that's what happens. You go to apply for anything out here, like a Schwab account or a credit card. The minute they find out you're in the Philippines, COVID or no COVID, they just reject you. They say, "No, you're not in your home country. You can't have it." And he thought that was going to happen, so why bother? Anyway, somebody hacked into his account, and they literally stole his channel. And on the channel, they started to put links in for some kind of cryptocurrency, which is just some scam, probably Nigerian deal. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. And so they thought that was him, because they were using his channel to promote this cryptocurrency. And then the weird thing about it is that we typed in, him and I were jacking around with it when it first happened. And we typed in "Every Man Has a Story," and it came up with this other guy's channel. It's got something like "Every Man Has a Story 2121" or something like that. And it's owned by a guy named Dana, or that's what he's calling himself. And not only is all of Mark's videos on there, but about 50 of my videos are on there. So this guy's hacked me too. He hasn't hacked my account. He just stole my intellectual property. In other words, he took the video and put it on his channel. And so, without my permission. And then the booger of it is that contacting Google is like trying to call the White House. You just can't get through. The only way to effectively do this is via Twitter, of all things. Because back in the day, I couldn't get monetized for 4 months because I had a video up that they thought was controversial called "Suicide and Depression." And I kind of get their reasoning. They didn't watch the video. The video didn't encourage any of this type of behavior, but they were being cautious. And it took them, and for 4 months, I was making videos and they refused to monetize me, which means I couldn't put the annoying commercials on there and make a buck. But I kept making videos, and finally someone said, "Go on Twitter." And I don't even have a Twitter account now, and I didn't back then, but I created one. And I bitched and moaned to YouTube Creator or something about it. And about a week later, they said, "Okay, we reviewed your video. It's cool. We're going to approve you. Thank you very much." Well, that's what Mark and I are going to do today. I don't know if he's created a Twitter account or not, but I'm going to have to recreate one and try to take a screenshot of this Yahoo that's using our material. And why he's picking on us, I can't even imagine, because we're not big channels. We're not massive, hundreds of thousands of subscribers and zillions of views. We're relatively little peanuts, in the world of YouTube, both of us. And but I guess it was just opportunity. I don't know. The way that it happened is that he was sent a bogus affiliate offer. What's an affiliate offer? An affiliate offer I've received, and there are things like Filipino Cupid, travel insurance, anything to do with the Philippines or dating or stuff like that. And if I wanted to, I could promote those entities on my channel. And I've always declined it. Now I said, I don't use Filipino Cupid, so I'm not going to endorse it. I don't own that travel insurance, so I'm not going to endorse it. And you get a piece of the pie on each one. Every time somebody clicks it and they sign up for it, you get paid a commission. It just never turned my trigger. But this guy sent Mark a felonious offer to represent Levi's, the jean maker. And he agreed. He said, yeah, well, sure. Because, my YouTube is a hobby and a personal video diary. His YouTube is more of a money-making instrument. It's more of a job for him, side job. So any opportunity to make a few bucks, he's going to jump on it. And I don't blame him. They're offering money, take it. But it was a felonious link. And the minute he hit that thing, they got him. And they got into his channel. And so it was, what do you call it? Spam, I guess, malware. I don't know. So that's the story. Mark didn't do anything wrong. In other words, Mark didn't post some video that was just so horrendous that Google canceled him. But the other person did. The other person is promoting some scam cryptocurrency. And for some reason, my channel, ever since this happened, has been getting a reduction in stuff like subscribers and views. And so I think that they're tied together. I think people are getting directed to that guy's channel instead of mine or his. However, mine hasn't been taken down because I've got this two-stage verification. I know that's very long-winded, and it'll be a lot more succinct, and it'll make a lot more sense when you see the video that I'll do with Mark later. But I really just kind of wanted to do this live stream to explain that for the guys that have been asking. And now we'll get back to our comments, back to our regularly featured content. Let's see. Greetings from New York. What is the missing most from the USA for a long time? That's exactly what I said. Yeah. It's the truth. It's the truth. I'm a really simple guy with simple taste, but there's certain things that you just can't get out here. And I love delis. I love a good Jewish deli, man, with the hot pastrami and rye bread and mustard and a pickle. And that just doesn't exist out here. But Lynn says she's going to send me some rye bread. Yeah, exactly. Dog Day Afternoon with Al Pacino. All funny. You should, River Dog. Come on out. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Hey, San Fernando Valley. Spent some time in jail there one time. You know what? Every day I thank my lucky stars that I'm here. We have in Duma, we have relatively, freedom. We have a few rules. One that I broke about the stupid mask on the motorbike. But that's as worse as it gets. I'm happy. Cannot travel inter-island. That lasted for 4 days, and then they shut that down. There are ways to wiggle around it. I'm just not confident in going because of what happened to Lynn. Perfect example. 1 minute she's planning on going home and she's got it all booked and ready to go, and then her 45-minute flight turned into a 21-hour ordeal. And good thing she's young, and her friends were young. Good morning. How are you, James? I last saw my Filipino fiance 516 days ago. I told her when I kissed her and said goodbye to you. See you in 6 months. Yeah. I personally don't think it's going to be anytime soon, kids. It's just, every time it seems like we take one step forward towards the vaccine or for this or for that, it's 2 steps back. And there's just too much money being made off of this. People selling masks, people selling vaccines, people selling, cures. It's just too much money being made. All right, River Dog, let's not overdo it. I said hi. Easy. go on to Amazon, and some entities, if you will, vendors, whatever the word would be, sell and deliver and ship to the Philippines. That's how I got my computer. That's how I got this little microphone. That's how I got my new phone, which hasn't shown up yet. And I buy a lot of stuff off of Amazon because Jeff Bezos doesn't have enough money. Let's see. One more river dog, and then we're not going to let you control the conversation here, buddy. I don't hate you, Paul. It's the used car dealers I hate. Well, I was a finance guy, and I like used car people. And I think car people need love, too. You see, I was heartbroken when you said, don't come. Listen, dude, I trip. I'm always cognizant of where I'm walking because there's not a level surface in all of it. There's not a level surface in a restaurant. I must trip 3 times a day on streets that I'm familiar with. And so if you have a walker or a wheelchair, it's just not conducive here. Maybe Cebu is. I don't know. Maybe they've got proper sidewalks and ramps and all that kind of stuff. But my buddy uses a cane, and I said, "You're not gonna be happy here, pal." Check it in, Tommy Thomas. What are you on a golf course? How is Mexico? Greetings from. Is it true that Valencia is a lot cooler? Yeah, it's about 10 degrees Fahrenheit cooler here than if I was to go down to the boulevard. See, River Dog, if you're a gentleman to me, I'll be a gentleman to you. Just quit picking on the ladies, okay? Sling them at me. It's not fair to attack the local indigenous people, especially females. A little respect, buddy. Jason thank you for asking. Jason is doing better. He's, I'm going to be going over to Stash Wagner's place, who lives real close to him. Stash is a fellow musician with Jason. And I'm going to do a third and final interview, maybe not final, with Stash. And then I'm going to bounce in and see Jason. But the last time I saw him, he was being able to stand up, and he's trying to recover. It's a slow recovery. It's not fast. He's not in the best of shape to begin with. Got other health issues that compound the problem. His diet got really shitty when he was in the hospital. A lot of Jollibee, gained a lot of weight. So it's up to God. We've been encouraging him to go home to America, and he's very hard-headed and won't go. So, every man's got his, I'm not his daddy. I am very good, sir. How are you? Thank you for asking. You can. I do know a guy that is paralyzed halfway and needs 2 people to help him. He has a car. He has a driver. He has 2 people, like I said, that assist him. And I've seen him in restaurants and coffee shops. I've never had a conversation with the man. I've just observed him. And they help him with his food. They help him with everything. So it's feasible. But if you're going to pay, you got to buy a car, number one. You got to hire help. And I would imagine that, I don't know. It's, I've never been in that condition, but I imagine it's complicated. Medications and Well, good morning from Guam, buddy. How are you, Christopher? Good to see you. What's Guam like? It's just like military stuff, right? I heard you can get medical care over there, but then I heard if you're not military, you can't. So I don't know. I'm always confused. I'd like to visit Guam myself for some reason. I just keep hearing about it. That's true. And you know, that water park was a massive failure for over a year. They were charging, and you'd think these people would figure it out because these guys aren't stupid. They got deep pockets. They rehabbed this old hotel that was there. They built the water park, which ain't cheap. It's well staffed. It's clean. Um, it's well thought out. It's well planned. It looks state of the art to me. However, they were charging 300 pesos for an entry fee. And for over a year before COVID, May and I went over there and I said, let's go in. And like, she was like, no way are we paying 300 to go in here. And there was, and like, that wouldn't have deterred me. I would have said, I'll knock it off. And I would have paid and we would have gone in. But the reason I didn't go in was there was nobody else there. I thought, well, this would be boring just for me and May to walk around here with no one else to talk to or look at or, observe. And so it can be kind of a lonely thing, this great big ass park, just the two of us. And that was the killer. It was the price. Because Forest Camp, was around the corner from me, is I think 150 pesos to get in. And they're charging 300. Forest Camp's charging 150. The average salary out here is probably 400 a day. And so where are you going to go with your kids? It's an expensive day to get in there. What they did was they dropped the price from 300 to 200, and now they got all kinds of people coming in. But it only took them a year to figure that out. They did no business at all. We went by there, I must have driven by that place 20 times just because I like looking at it. And I never saw anybody in there. Is it expensive in Guam? I have no idea. I've never been to Guam. Not really sure where it is. Get a kick out of your visit. Just pimping in the Philippines. Now, I do like to have people on the channel that are, I think, representative of life here. You want to refer to it as that. Okay, that's fair. You can take a shot at me. I'm doing good, Mark. Thank you for asking. Did you see what I wrote you here? Now, you have to understand, guys, if you've been sending me messages or emails or anything, I haven't even opened that up yet. This morning at 7 o'clock, man, I just got up about an hour and a half ago. And so all day yesterday, my phone was just off. And I haven't checked any, and the computer. We didn't have any electricity, or internet. So I kind of I actually enjoyed it. I didn't have my phone on. I didn't have nothing. I was there with friends at the water park. We actually spoke to one another instead of staring at our stupid phones. So it was really a pleasant day yesterday. Yeah, early morning. Don't do what? I was hacked by jealous people here in the UK. It happens to the best of us. Where are you? Yeah. Well, like I said, we're going to have Mark on a video. I said, you want to come on live stream with me? He said, no, I prefer to just do a video. And he's a really, he's an amazing guy. Like, he was really pissed off and worried, and then he just calmed himself straight down and realized that there's a solution to this problem. So he YouTubed it, he Googled it. Other people have gone through this same experience as far as being hacked. And they actually were explaining how to correct the problem. Takes 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that, for the man buns to finally pay attention to him and restore his channel. But I'm 100% confident that he will be back up and running. He's got a really good channel. A really smart guy, really entertaining, well-spoken. It's a Chinese hack via Singapore. And, well, maybe it is, James. We're ignorant to all that stuff. There's such a thing as a criminal mind, which has always confused me, because either you have a criminal mind or you don't, I guess. And so these guys that do all these whiz-bang things, I think, man, if you just did it legitimate, you'd be a real success. But instead, you got to, go the criminal route. We're trying to do that, Michael. It's the problem that we have is we don't have any kind of direct access to communicate with YouTube. The best we can do is fill out a form and explain it. Oh, which he's done, and they already said we're reviewing your case. And then Twitter. For some reason, Twitter seems to be it's out there. It's public, and they can't run from you or hide from you because I was whining at them about a year ago, and they helped me finally. And I told Mark that today I'll create a new Twitter account, and we'll screenshot this guy. And like I said, he's got a bunch of my content on there, which confuses me when there's much better channels. You're going to hack somebody good. Yeah. This is a whole different animal, though. They took over his entire channel. So I've had that happen also. I've seen guys take my videos, and sometimes they just play a few minutes of it, and other times they play the whole thing. But this guy took my entire playlist and Mark's. So God only knows what's going on. Yeah, well, that would I think apply more to the hater guys that make videos about us, and they can't find a good thing to say. Everything we do is wrong or against the law or begging or whatever. And it's just tune them out. But this was really damaging to Mark because this is kind of like shutting down his business. So I know the feeling though. When can I don't know. Nobody knows. So if somebody's telling you they know, I would, sell the body. I don't understand what that means. That's the next time. Yeah, that's going to be the topic. Yes, I would. Sorry for the drinking. I've thought about that. If there was a major shift over here, political shift or ecological shift, anything that would like be a threat, definitely. If I was chronically ill, I have Medicare, Medicaid, all that good stuff. I would go back to the States to get proper medical care and have it paid for. Because I pay every month $144 or something like that for the Part B on my Medicare. And it's there just for that reason. If something happens to me where I get physically ill or mentally ill, I'd go back to the States to get treatment. Would I move there just to be moving there? No. It's a nice place to visit. I'd like to take May there, but what a pain. Of course, I could just put her on the Mexican border and have her run over, I guess. Hey, Paul, Ray from Vancouver. Love your channel. Thank you. My sisters live in Henderson. Oh, okay. Yeah, I am going to go back to the States when I know I can come back to the Philippines. So when the Philippines opens up and they finally say, okay, enough's enough, everybody can come back, that's when I'll leave. And I'll be gone for maybe a week, 10 days. I'll bounce into Southern California to see my father. I'll bounce into Arizona to see one of my kids. And then I'll bounce into Las Vegas to visit friends and another kid. So, and I need to set up some stuff that you can only do in America. And I don't have any big business things to do. But I've got banking that I need to set up and other stuff that you cannot set up from the Philippines. And people I need to see, touch base with, talk to. I didn't think I would be here this long without a visit, but the COVID shut me down just like it shut you guys down. Now, I could go tomorrow. I could go this afternoon. I could fly to America. I'd go through some hoops, of course, some nonsense, but then I'd be stuck there, just like you. And so I just have to be patient, like you, and wait until this whole money grab is over, and then I'll bug out for a couple of weeks, go see everybody that needs to be seen, and go to a couple of Jewish delis and an In-N-Out burger. Just going to eat my way across America. Hey, Paul, are you going to go dress up in a dress and go on TikTok? May's friends are scary, Paul, on there in a dress. I agree, Scott. There's no way you'd want to see me in a dress. Hello, Roger. Are you back? Okay. Congratulations from Colombia. My friend is my best friend. This is my father always told me you can count your best friends on one hand if you're lucky. And so far, I've got one, and that's this guy. And we've been through thick and thin together, haven't we, pal? 30 years, him and I have been friends. And he was, where'd you go? What the hell was it before you went to Colombia? I forgot already. But anyway, he's back in the States. He's dug in probably for a year. And then I think he's going to try to go back to Nha Trang, Vietnam. I don't like the Philippines beer here. I don't care for the taste. I'm not a big beer drinker. But yesterday, I was day drinking with my buddies. The girls were racing around the water park. And at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, you know what? It was one of those days. And another guy, my friend David, was with me. He says, I never drink beer during the day, but it sure sounds good. And I'm the same way. I'm not a day drinker, but it sure sounded good. So the four of us, we had four guys. We went to the bar at the water park, and we pounded 4 or 5 beers. And they were delicious. And the girls ran around in their bikinis and took selfies. What's new? As Harper here, you're going to need to use a walker wheelchair. Jack, I don't know, buddy. Imagine you can do. What do you guys think about Jack's condition? San Mig, yeah. There's a craft beer out here. There's a place called Brew Garden that makes craft beer that tastes better to me. Like I said, I'm just not a big beer drinker. I'm a White Russian guy. Thank you very much. Sometimes I think if it wasn't for the drama and doom, you wouldn't have anything to occupy your time. Oh, trust me, buddy. I got things to occupy my time. Ain't not that much drama. It's knucklehead shit, you know. Yesterday, speaking of drama, while I was having my proverbial beer, a woman that I know or knew 3 years ago, and have seen her 2 or 3 times since, came over and started talking to me, and at the bar. And about 15 minutes later, May caught sight of it and came over and ripped her up. They just came over and shut her down. I'll tell her she said hi. She's in the other room. Okay, Jack. Okay, Jack. Yeah, I think it's going to be a couple, 3 weeks. Nothing moves quickly over in Google land. So, we're gonna attack it today. We're gonna make a video today. We're gonna do the Twitter attack today, and I'll probably fill out a complaint form if I can figure out where they've got them. So we'll get together for a while, and we'll tackle it together because they're stealing my content and they shut down his channel. Is it more expensive ordering in the Philippines as compared to the United States? Only the shipping. The pricing doesn't change as far as I know. I mean, something that costs $1,000 in the States cost me $1,000 here, but it might cost $200 to ship it here, or it would cost you $12. So that's the difference. But I did buy my new phone, and I did pay $200 in shipping to get it over here. But I didn't want to buy a phone here. First of all, they didn't have one here that I wanted, and that stimulus money was burning a hole in my pocket. God forbid I save anything. Yeah, she said too much money being made on COVID. Lennox Hill charged the insurance companies $3,000 USD for COVID. Shit. Yeah. Well, they're making money on every turn here, and Rahm Emanuel always said, never let a good crisis go to waste. So I always thought, what if we never did anything? I'm not saying we should have, but what if nobody ever got quarantined? What if everybody just continued their life and the pandemic ravaged through like a forest fire and killed a bunch of people? I'm not sure that many people got saved. I don't know. I mean, I hear a few here and there. And I'm not being cold-blooded because I'm the old guy that, has heart conditions and smokes and all this kind of shit. So I'd be the first one to go. But I often wonder, would we be better off if we had just let this friggin' thing burn and do its thing? Would it be over with by now? Maybe more people would be dead. Maybe more people are being killed because they're being confined and then they're released. And once they're released, now they're subjected to it. I don't know. I mean, you can look at it a million different ways. I think that was part of the conversation me and the other knuckleheads guys were having yesterday, is that in about 5 or 6 years, the truth will come out about what happened. Interesting times we live in. What are your thoughts about the Tarnty's handling of the pandemic? Just many years, a lot of locals thing. I don't know what D30's doing. He seems to be a guy that changes his mind a lot. So I don't know. I don't know what's in his brain. I just see across the world, not just here, a lot of knee-jerk reaction. I mean, everything lightens up, and then somebody gets sick, or the numbers go up, so they shut everything down. And it's, to me, in the Philippines, a lot of it's optics. Like wearing a mask on your scooter is an optic, where not anybody wearing a mask at the water park is just common sense. How do you go in a water park with a mask on? Spring Break Paul, when you order things off of Amazon, does that get delivered to your place? Yeah, it goes right to my place. Yeah, it comes right here. They come pull up on a motorbike and to the front door. Greetings, South Carolina. How are you doing? Yeah, I'm fortunate. I can't speak for how it works if you don't have a complete address. Because out here, I have an address, but it's not like 123 Maple Street. It's just Big Rock Resort, and it tells you. And the guys on the motorbikes out here, the delivery guys, they understand it. I mean, I got to do a process of elimination. In other words, they find out what barangay I'm in. Is it east or is it west? And then they got on their phones, they've got the Google Map thing, so they can type in. But a lot of it, these guys that are delivering will stop and ask. May does it all the time. Like we're trying to find a friend's house who's out, on some dirt road somewhere with no address, just a not even owned by them. They're just maybe squatters, but we're going out to visit with them. And she just asked, and pretty soon they go, "Oh yeah, we know them. They're over there. Take a left at the Carabao." Hate. Well, I'm just not understanding you, buddy. Really enjoy the channel. I've learned a lot. My sister-in-law's from a small town not far from Dumagetti. Cool. Thanks for coming along, James. I'm doing good, David. How are you? Let's all go to the scammer channel and complain to YouTube that he stole Mark's channel. Well, it's that would help. If you guys put in "every man has a story" and chicky jack around with it, I think the name attached to it is a guy named Dana, and it's got some numbers after it, like I think it keeps changing it, 2021 or 2121 or something like that. And it's a picture of Mark in his channel, and they're trying to get you to click on it so they can give you this cryptocurrency bullshit. So yeah, there's power in numbers. If you guys want to help him out. And then, like I said, my stuff's on there too, which is intellectual property, which is not very intellectual. No one cares about Fahrenheit. Yeah. Good morning, Texas Filipino. There you go. So I'm going to be on for like 5 more minutes, kids. This was just a dealio to say hi, number one. Of course, I've got to always promote Baby May today with Baby May, and make sure that you guys like, share, and subscribe to her little channel. And what else? Tell you about Mark. And then I'm going to do a video, like I said, about him or with him. You're right. Someone else uses a wheelchair or walker should move to Makati. Okay, well, there you go. See, I've never been to Makati, but I think that places like Cebu, and especially a place like Makati, which is sort of the Beverly Hills, if you will, of the area, my understanding, again, I've never been there, they would be a much more modern and efficient system for them. So I'm not saying don't come to the Philippines, but I would strongly discourage you from coming to Dumagetti because there ain't a level surface out here. Hey, Sean, what's going on? Hi, Paul. Good to see you on May Broadcasting. Always sending you best wishes. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm actually going to slow way down on the interviews. As I say that, I'm going to interview Mark, but actually it's going to be more of a statement. And then I'm going to do a deal with Stash Wagner. But I'm going to dial back on the promotion thing until I vet the people better. Because I have some people that I've promoted their channels, and now I regret that I did. So, not a big deal. But I've decided that I need to be a little more discerning in my decisions. Because I just try to help. You know, guy says, hey, can you help me? I want to do this or I want to do that. I go, sure. And sometimes it just doesn't work out the way it was supposed to. If it was serious, yeah. Any disease that was super serious, I would go to the States for it. Whiny schools did you go to? How to in the San Fernando Valley? I don't understand that. 1 iota. Good morning, Florida. Scott. Texas Filipino, I'll have to check out your channel. Thanks for coming along for the ride. I'm going to bail out of here in a few minutes, kids. Just jumped on. Congratulations on your shot. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's for VA. It's not for me. Good for you, Merton. Oh, I just went over all this. So Terry, I'm gonna end the stream pretty soon, and then I think about how long have I been on here? I can't even. Oh, 54 minutes. Okay, I'll go 6 more minutes. We'll make it an even hour and call it a day. But I think about 10 minutes into the video, I started to explain what was going on. I was waiting for people to join in. Virgin Islands is in the house. Yeah, calm down, River Dog. River Dog's all right. River Dog's all right. I think old River Dog's funny. I think he's got a personality. I think he's got, he makes me laugh, you know? So the other guys are coming at you with like pure evil and hate and self-loathing, if you will. But not this kid. He's funny. So I like a good laugh, and especially at my expense. Just don't like it when he picks on the girls. I just don't think it's right. Cool. Okay, sure. Drink. Yeah, absolutely. Anybody who wants to come over, have a cup of coffee, the first cup's on me. Every time. Now, getting over here, my neighbor snuck in here, Jerry. He snuck in here, but I think he was just like under the wire on some stuff. So the only thing that I would tell a person to do if it was me and I was coming back over, I'd ink up and I'd spend more money. And I'd make sure the ticket that I was buying was fully refundable. So you don't lose that money. You might pay 10% more for that privilege, but I think that would be a good move because the stuff keeps changing. Good morning, Uncaged Texan. Ow, it's a scary picture. I hope so too. But I'm figuring end of the year. Hey, old boy doggy dog. I guess that's me. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have any real desire to go there. I don't, but that's one of the places that we're going to go when things open up. May wants to go there. I want to go there. So we'll definitely do some videos from there. Population of Guam. Where do you suppose they get medical care? Yeah, no clue. See, now I won't go to Guam. I don't hear it as a tourist destination. If medical care was available there, I would use it as an option, but I'm not a veteran, so I guess that's off the table. No point in going there. I guess who's in the hospital and for what? Is it serious? Well, nobody's in the hospital. Jason's out of the hospital, but Mark's channel is what we were talking about. Every man has a story and how he got hacked. So you're going to have to watch the replay on this. There are lots of benefits to you live there. Yes, it's expensive to live there compared to the Philippines. Okay. To date, less than 1% of the population has been fully vaccinated. Yeah, it's a good statement. I don't know. Nothing moves quickly over here, and they'll probably overprice it. So already I'm hearing that COVID test is about $75, which I can afford, but I don't know about the locals. Right on. But May and I are going to do a lot of traveling too once this puppy opens up. All right, Keys. I'm gonna scroll through the remaining comments and then I'm gonna sign off. Like I said, it was just kind of like a quick live stream where I wanted to let you know. A lot of people were asking me about Mark's channel, so not that many people watch live streams, so we're gonna do an actual video about it today, and I'll post it up tonight. Yeah, the man buns and the skinny jeans working out at the helium balloons at Google. Oh, I know. I know. Big Pimp and Polly. All right, well, I'm just going to blast through these. And thank you guys for joining in. As usual, I'm going to miss some of you. I apologize for that. How much do you think it would cost to get full-time Carson would cost. I've yet to understand one of your questions, dude. Thank you. Vaccine. I haven't seen one opportunity to get a vaccine. Probably in the bigger places. No, you don't need a converter. It all works fine over here. Well, thank you, Richard. You and 6 other people. Okay, so here's a question. Is Mark's channel gone? The answer is yes. And hopefully we're going to recover it for him, or he's going to recover it. I'm just going to try to, give bad advice, I guess. All right, listen, here's a good one. Have a great day. I'm going to have a great day. You're going to have a great day. And remember, you guys be nice to each other, okay? All right, I'll see you next time.